welcome to my channel. My name is Arid. My reason for being is to help you take ownership of your career, whether that's through employment, entrepreneurship, or a mixture of both. If you're new to my channel, big hello to you. Don't forget to subscribe so you get an alert. I'm doing this because YouTube changes where we're going to subscribe to. So subscribe so you get an alert every time I post a new video. And as I always say, like, comment and share this video with your friends and fam, and connect with me on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. I'm always on Instagram, and I love hearing from people who've engaged with my content. So please do stay connected. So the topic we're looking at today is 7 tips to help you stay focused, especially when you're going through a storm. Now, it's totally natural to feel fearful when you're going through a storm and lose a sense of focus and direction, especially when the world, as you know, is being turned upside down and uncertainty offers little comfort or hope. And when I start to reflect on some of the storms that I have gone through, some have been largely self-inflicted, I might add, then one of the things that I have learned actually is that the degree to which they've either impacted me, the experience in particular has either impacted me for good or for bad, has largely depended on what I've chosen to focus on. So if you're feeling a little bit discombobulated and you're finding it hard to focus, I'm going to share these tips, and maybe 1 or 2 or 3 you can apply that will help you feel a little bit more anchored. So the first one you're going to do is to make plans that you can look forward to. Now, whatever you choose to focus on increases. So if you can shift your focus from something that's not working onto something that you can get excited about, it'll raise your energy level. So it could be your next birthday, it could be the birthday of a loved one, it could be a christening, a wedding, a dinner date, Christmas, whatever it is that gets you excited, start to think about that. Because as the old adage goes, this too will pass. And how do you want to feel at the end of this season? How do you want to behave? What do you want to have learned? The more you can start to focus on the future you're moving into and less focus on the present that you're in, the better you're going to feel. The next thing you want to do is to schedule your day. So declutter your mind and focus on the things that you really want to achieve. Now, what I tend to do is to set maybe 3 goals that I want to accomplish in that week, and then set 3 essential tasks on any given day that will help me move closer to achieving those goals. And that's it. And at the end of each day, take a look at what you've done good and write it down as a form of gratitude, and then reward yourself. It might be an extra hour in bed to Netflix and chill over the weekend. It might be an extra slice of cake. Whatever it is that makes you feel good, reward yourself. The next thing you want to try and do is to turn down the volume on distractions. Now, real talk, you're not going to be able to get rid of all distractions, but you can limit them. So it might be if you're working on your computer and you're on the internet, don't have all so many different browser pages open. Just hone on to those and keep those open that are related to the task at hand. It might well be that you can turn off your phone, or at least turn off the notifications so you're not zooming off at every given minute. It might be that you close the door to your office if you have one, or you move to a quiet area to work. You might just want to put on your headphones and listen to some good mood music to drown out the background noise, or just simply tell people that, you know what, you're zoning out for the next hour, next 2 hours, however long, and you don't want to be distracted. Or if you're homeschooling at the moment, then why not set your homework hours at the same time for everyone? So you're in effect leading by example by doing your homework while the kids are doing theirs too. But just try to turn down the volume on as many distractions as possible. The next thing you want to look at is avoiding multitasking. Now, avoid being a jack of all trades and a master of none. So pick one task and stay with it until you finish it. Now, you might be thinking, oh, Ariel, I like to do lots of different things. That's totally cool tip. Just groups tasks of a similar nature together and focus on them. For example, it might be, I don't know, household administration, or you might have calls to return. So be speaking to different people, some personal, some professional, then block out the time. But try to keep all those tasks together in one and avoid multitasking. And the next thing you might want to consider doing is to take your caffeine in small doses. Now, I love a cup of coffee in the morning like most people do, and it does have, caffeine does have, cognitive enhancing benefits. However, if you're drinking a ton of it, it's going to make you feel nervous, it's going to make you feel anxious, and it will generally reduce your ability to focus. So instead, dial down on the number of cups of coffee you have and try to take your coffee intake before lunchtime, because then it has time to pass through your system. So it doesn't interrupt your sleep, which means it creates a domino effect so you can be more productive the next day too. So, try and take your coffee in small doses. The next thing you might wanna take on board, point number 6, I think we're at, is to practice the Pomodoro Technique. Now, this timing method essentially trains your brain to focus on specific tasks for a small amount of time. So it works like this. So you set your timer. I'm smiling because this has been a total game changer for me. I love the Pomodoro Technique. So you set your timer for about 25 minutes, and then when the buzzer sounds, you have a 5-minute break, then you set the timer again for 25 minutes. And after 4 sessions, you take a longer break of between 20 to 30 minutes. Now, you can use an egg timer as the timer, or you can download, well, I downloaded the Focus Keeper app. Now, if you're going to download that, you've got to remember when you're practicing Pomodoro that you put your phone on airplane mode, or just turn off all your notifications so you don't get interrupted. But trust me, this is a game changer, this technique. And finally, number 7 is you want to practice mindfulness. Now, you don't need to follow or act on every thought or emotion that arises. Breath work like yoga, meditation, and exercise are essential and have got so many benefits when it comes to help keeping your mind focused, when it comes to helping you focus on those things that uplift you, the positive things in life, and being grateful, which in turn helps you be more productive and makes you feel a lot more anchored, especially when you're going through a storm. So why not try Tony Robbins' Power Hour? So what he suggests is you do 20 minutes of motivational, like listening to a motivational podcast or message, and then you got 20 minutes in your spiritual practice. So that could be meditation, it could be praying, and then you got 20 minutes of exercise. Now, exercise doesn't mean you got to hit the gym, you got to do 100 press-ups and however many crunches. It might just be you just cranking up your tunes and dancing like nobody's watching around your bedroom for that 20-minute period. And if you're like, oh, I don't have an hour, then don't focus on the hour you don't have. Focus on the 30 minutes that you do have and just do 10 minutes of each. But ultimately, the more you can start to take care of your mental health, the more you'll begin to lay a foundation that will help you stay focused and help you focus on those things that are important, so that you can weather yourself through any storm. Anyway, those are my 7 tips, and they work for me at different times in my life, whether it's personal, professional. I don't even need to be in a storm. Sometimes I just need to get work done. I hope they're of use to you. If you want to connect with me, you want to book yourself in for a one-to-one, feel free to do so. Just follow the link below. And as I said at the top, don't forget to connect with me on social media platforms, because I love to hear from you. And finally, a big shout out to Ira Jackson for my Bay top today. Let me show you the back of it. I absolutely love it. So you can get one too. You just go to pcldn.com and get your merch. Anyway, I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.